It's about that time. Assemble and talk. No cap. It's a civil war. You thinking you worthy. You feeling like door. Smash that like button like hope, yeah.
So it got to a point where I'll throw it back for her. Let's go back to the beginning. Why not? I know how I've been watching them. I'm watching them quick anyway, even though they're 40 minutes. We caught up literally like in 2 days, back to the 9 episodes. And then finished that season, which had 13 episodes. And then I didn't even know they had a new season out this week. It dropped the same week as the What Ifs and everything in Titans. That same 10th, 11th, and 12th day of August. So I'm like, oh, word. So I got to jump straight into the new season. It was cool. You feel me? I finished the shit, and then they had 3 episodes out already of the new one. So I watched the first 2 already. The one I just finished watching, not to spoil nothing, but they just introduced Green Lantern's daughter, bro.
No, I seen.
It's getting crazy.
She fights with the lantern.
Yo, bro, every episode, they introduce somebody new and they take the mantle on of their parent.
I know a lot.
It's really good, bro.
About it.
Stargirl, surprisingly, because honestly, I was, as long as I've been out, Stargirl, I would never watch that. I was being a casual, right? I was like, whatever, but Cash, he kept recommending to me on the podcast. I was like, I'm gonna watch it.
And I like this dude too, Owen Wilson's brother.
I saw my shorty my girl that, and she didn't, her face dropped when I said that. She's like, I guess she noticed it over it.
Like, now you can't unsee it.
Yeah, she's like, oh my God. I'm like, yo, that's his brother. That's crazy, man. Like, that's good work. But yeah, just
he's good.
Quick little stuff. Stargirl, that show is getting good, and they on season 2, which is great because I don't like to get into stuff when they like 4 or 3 seasons in. So if y'all gonna watch Stargirl, y'all can catch it. Y'all can jump straight into it now. It's only on season 2, episode 4 or 3.
Nah, you don't like to watch that. I like that.
No, I know some people do like that, but I'm saying for me personally, if you're a person like me that just
I get to binge.
It's discouraging you from
like
me. No, of course, my brother's like that too. Like I put Grease onto Titans, and then he was like, you know what? Like, all right, I'll watch this since you recommended it heavy, but because he'd be having nothing to watch. You know how it is when you watch everything you don't try to watch, so you have nothing to watch, so you take recommendations that you usually wouldn't. So he's like, all right, I'll watch it. Nigga, the next day he was like, probably later on that day, he was like, yo, I'm already on like episode 5, and then like the next 2 days. Something was finished. He's like, hold up, I'm on season 1. Where you at? I'm like, word, that's what's up. That shit's good though, right?
That shit's legit good.
No, yeah. And I was telling Prob, I think season 3, I don't know if you could agree, but it looks more like they put more into the budget, so it looks more like a movie than a show. I think because
HBO picked it up.
Probably then that. Wow, that makes mad sense if that's something to do with it, but
I don't know.
Titans is good, bro.
I know it's an HBO original now.
Yeah, it's funny. I was rewatching one of the old episodes from last week when you put me on to how Hawk and Dove was 2 guys before, but in the show they made them 2 girls. I would have never known that, but I didn't care for it. But when you told me that, I thought, wow, it's cool both ways that they changed it up and made it work, and it's cool to know that it wasn't always like that.
Hawk and Dove was really good. I used to read the comic when I was a kid.
Word? I would have never seen. That's not something I would watch, and it's cool watching Titans.
I
learned
about them in the Justice League
Unlimited. Yeah, that was a good thing about Justice League Unlimited because they gave spotlights to like a lot of.
Yeah, they gave one of your favorite characters.
Booster Gold.
Yeah,
no,
I love Booster Gold.
I'm
not gonna lie, he grew on me before when I used to like what the fuck, but when I actually did my homework on him, he is pretty cool.
How do you like
Booster Gold is so underrated. He's so underrated.
Who is that by the way? Put me on because I'm here. So
I'll give you an Easter egg. So in Suicide Squad, in the beginning when the guy comes out and he's like, oh, we made a trade. Like, I give you the information, you spare me. Mm-hmm. That's the main villain of Booster Gold.
All right.
Hey. Basically, Booster Gold is a hero.
Blackguard.
Yeah, I'm not even I'm following, but I'm hearing you, but I'm not even following.
No, he didn't even try to explain who he is to you. He just told you when.
I told you that's his villain.
Booster Gold is a hero from the future. A guy from the future who got his hands on some tech that basically a suit that's
and what lane is this?
He's telling the story
DC?
wrong.
What is this? This
is DC.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mister. You probably know his exact. I'm giving you
the debate time. This is Civil War.
I'm giving you the basic rundown. This nigga's about to go in sensitive detail.
All right. So Booster Gold was a night watchman of a museum, and he was a football player of his high school football team. He got injured. He didn't get his scholarship, so he became a night watchman. And
which is irrelevant to.
It is relevant because
he's giving you his whole origin again.
So
I wasn't wrong. He's just going more in depth.
I think his uncle was like a degenerate gambler or some shit like that, and he needed to get money back. That's like a little side story. So he stole a bunch of tech, like Brainiacs, shit. Like he
Like
used
the
to work for a
collector in a way.
superhero museum in the future.
Oh, is this the character from the Justice League show that was running through time and his mom or his girlfriend was like, right? And he was the reason why they had to see the Static Shock. Not had to see him, but they ended up coming across the Static Shock. And
No, that was
No.
a villain.
All right, but you know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, he was in the Justice League Unlimited show. Remember?
That's what I'm talking about. That's
no,
so,
but
that's from that episode.
he was in he was in a few episodes, but his main episode was the episode. Remember when the Justice League was
Went to
fighting
the Western and all that.
No, that was a villain. That was, and they saw Batman Beyond.
Oh, when you say he, you mean the nigga y'all was trying to put me
No,
on?
Booster Gold is
Sorry.
the guy. You probably remember that episode. Booster Gold. Remember that episode where the whole Justice League was fighting some beastie ass like wizard dude, and there was a character from. And they kept like benching him like, yo, you just handle people like that, and he ended up saving the world from like a nigga that had like a black hole coming out of his chest.
Damn, I hear you out though, but it's so many episodes. Like I'm so proud.
It's so poetic that he doesn't remember that episode because nobody remembers Booster
Yes,
Gold.
that's
you know what it
that
is?
was the whole
That
concept
was
of the
the-
episode. The hero that was like not remembered in that episode. Like he actually saved
And
the
the
world.
episode was called "The Greatest Story Never Told."
Exactly.
All right.
But yeah, just to sum
So-
it up,
so-
because JJ's dragging.
Right.
it. I'm
No,
not-
I'm not dragging
Back to
it.
Titans.
He's a
So
guy.
he steals the technology and he goes back to the past because he wanted to be rich and famous. He wanted to be a famous superhero.
He wanted to ride the skirts of the Justice League, basically. Like these niggas are the big homies. I'm gonna go be a hero with them
From
and
the
get my
rip.
name up.
Yeah, off the rip and do it. I know ins and outs.
And when he goes back in time, basically the other heroes don't take him serious because they know he's just trying to be famous. But that's the whole like irony of his story. Like my son Deadass actually does do a lot of good.
Yeah, because you got to put in the work. If you're trying to, you can't fake do the work of something that you're gonna end up doing because you're really doing that work.
But it's
He
not
does the work,
intentional.
but no
though.
one ever
Acknowledges
Like
it.
because it's always behind the scenes type shit. Because nobody ever like gives him the benefit of the doubt. Like you feel me? Like everybody's like, "Yo, get out of here!" Like
So why y'all?
that's because his character though. Like he's a comedian.
So-
like, he's
so-
like the Flash kind of. Like,
So where he comes into this, where y'all brought him up?
oh, why did we bring him?
That's what
I don't know.
We was talking about
Roll-
Titans. That's
roll
what I'm
it
saying. How
back.
y'all brought him up. We
Roll
was
it
talking
back.
about Titans. Right. So
Roll
get back
it
into
back.
jump back into Titans. So far since there's only 4 episodes out, right? What did you like, dislikes, and anything you want to say about Titans?
It's funny. Listen, this is gonna be the craziest because this is the first time I ever said this. My biggest issue, if not my only issue with Titans, is Batman. The casting.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get that out there.
He reminds me of he should have been Alfred in the show. But
Yes, he's really old. Even
Nah, he's
whatever,
really old, yeah.
whatever.
He's like really old and really European.
I'm guessing the
Really
take
British.
they try to spin on it is supposed to be like the Dark Knight era.
No, that
Batman.
definitely is like the comic Dark Knight.
Yeah, you feel me? Like when he's close to retirement or whatever. But any way you put it, even if like that's the angle they try to go at,
He
horrible
still
casting.
suits up though too. That's
He
the
don't-
thing.
He doesn't suit up.
No, he still suits up off camera though. I mean,
No, that's what I'm saying.
he
We
still
don't-
suits up. I mean, being that old, he still suits. They
Yeah,
acknowledge
well,
that he
well,
suits up.
well,
That's what I
in-
mean. They
yeah.
acknowledge
Well,
that he
in
suits up.
Batman Beyond, before he met Terry, he was still suiting up.
So I guess it's
No.
in a sense of that. It's just like that then, because he's old. He's old.
And I understand we haven't seen him as Batman in the show
Mm-hmm.
yet. We probably got that first glance when Robin was dreaming or whatever the case may
That
be.
was the season finale of part
And
1.
he's supposed to be
Season
playing Bruce Wayne, but even I don't like. It's just so far from the Batman
it is,
swag.
though.
Like
I said, he's in his 60s. He's European. He's like an old, rich European guy. That's like
he's too sensitive. Like he be asking the Robins about like, "Are you okay?" Batman doesn't do shit like that, bro. Like,
But he's
Batman-
also very insensitive because in the new season, they killed. Remember I told you they doing the Jason Todd story or whatever for Red Hood, and immediately the next day after his death, he was Dick Grayson had ran into the Bat Lab, went into the computers and found a list of people, young kids. And he was like, "What's this?" He approached Bruce about it because Bruce walked in. He confronted him about it. Sorry, and then he was like, "Oh, those basically
But you
replacements
don't-
like for
I-
Robin."
I might
So
be,
that's mad insensitive.
No, listen, I might be reaching, but you don't feel like that's their way of like indirectly telling us he cares.
Yeah.
Like he's going too hard not to care, so obviously
Nah, he
does
cares.
care.
Yeah. But also no, but you can't even dismiss that because I was watching one of the cartoons. What it was like yesterday? I was watching a clip of it actually, and he was having a discussion with Todd, and he was telling him that like, bro, like you like they're close, and even in the latest episode of Titans, like he's telling him like I love you as a son. That's why he wants him to. In fact, let's just go in the latest episode. That's what he was saying. Like I love you enough. You don't have to be Robin to be my son.
Yo, bro,
that's what he was trying to say.
That's not the Batman swag though, bro. If you ask me,
his swag is
Batman
profile
yo, bro,
wise.
listen.
He don't demeanor no.
First of all, let's get this out the way. Understand he's supposed to be Bruce Wayne. Batman is not Bruce Wayne. Never when there's no eyes on him. Batman is only Bruce Wayne when people don't know he's Batman is around. When
the whole Titans know he's Bruce Wayne and Batman.
So as far as him
like
showing emotions and talking to him as like you know, Batman, yo, bro, you know how in my opinion, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like most Batman fans would agree. You know how Batman handles shit. You know how Batman shows he don't care. We don't talk about it. Mm-hmm. We're not talking about that. I'm shutting this conversation down. Dick tried to talk if like in the show when Dick came and talked to him about instead of him making it seem like he don't care.
That reminds me. Okay.
Batman would have just straight shut that shit down. Like, yo, whatever, bro. Like, listen, stay. You know what would have been his answer to Dick finding all those new recruits in the computer? What the fuck you was doing on my computer?
Yeah.
That would have been Batman's answer.
And I would be like, I was just gonna butt in and say that's
I don't
like,
gotta explain shit
that's
to you.
kind of like why you don't like what happened in The Killing Joke when he slammed Barbara.
Oh yeah.
He was like, that's something he would never do. Like he would not like he said he would not go about it that way. Cause that's a Bruce Wayne mindset to slam and all. When he's Batman, he don't. I'm disciplined. I'm militant. So I know what you're saying, and that's kind of what you were saying from last week with The Killing Joke.
Or even him for like in Batman 3 Jokers, spoiler, skip this if you haven't read it. He forgives Joe Chill at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember? I'm like,
oh yeah, you said that, yeah. But he was put in that predicament though.
I did love the ending
right?
though, how they
You said he was put in the predicament.
Yeah, but he had to. He had to confront that.
But then it made him genuinely forgive him.
No,
also.
first of all, the best thing about that though, the 3 Jokers, they confirmed.
Well, I don't know if it's non-canon or canon.
No, it's canon.
I don't know.
It's just by its own universe. When y'all say, can y'all know canon?
It's not. Black Label is not canon.
Listen, it's canon.
It's not canon.
They confirmed Joker's backstory 1. Let's get that out the way.
But it's Black Label, so it's not canon.
And they revealed that my son had a son. That Batman didn't tell him.
I think what you're trying to say is like you're trying to say is canon, but you're trying to say it's not canon to the main timeline.
It's not canon at all.
But he's trying to say it's canon to the DC, like the multiple timelines that they do. Period storyline. They made it one of the official storylines.
That's not a part of that. So there's the DC universe and the 52 worlds and stuff like that, and there's just Black Label. Black Label is used as a vehicle to let creators, writers tell whatever stories they want to tell. Okay. So there's the continuity of the DC universe, and then there's Black Label, where you can do whatever you want.
I don't know a lot of the label terms and stuff like he does. I'm not gonna lie, but do y'all research. I'm almost 100% sure, bro.
They had confirmed this weekend.
Yes, this was a big deal. You feel me? Like this is how I even like came across the 3 Jokers comic book.
Well, it was supposed to.
I like all dudes. Like that's why I got into it because they told like you feel me. That's how I came across it. Them like finding out they confirming the Joker's backstory.
I got a question actually related to the Titan shit. How do you feel about them killing Hank?
I love it.
Who the fuck is Hank? Hank Pym?
No, that's Hawk. In the
Not
show.
Dove.
Oh, Hawk and Dove.
Dove is the
No,
girl.
listen. I first of all, I loved how they went about it. That shit about them that was some Joker shit.
You know what they did to Hawk? How they killed him in the latest, well, not the second to latest episode 3. This nigga Jason Todd calls him, right, and he's like, "Yo, like I'm sorry, like I don't know what's going on. I'm freaking out. Like I don't want, like I know everybody's like after me and against me, but please, like come help me." He's like, "Where you at?" He really wants to get close enough so he can fold this nigga, but he's like, "Where you at?" So Hawk, and I'm not gonna tell nobody. Where you at? Nah, meet me here. He goes meets him. Long story short, he meets this nigga. We all know it's a setup, so it's a setup, and it is a setup. He goes and afterwards he comes back to the facility. He sends him back to the Teen Titans facility, right? This nigga got a bomb implanted in his embedded in his chest.
Who, Hawk?
Hawk.
From Hawk and Dove.
Jason Todd put a bomb in his chest.
But then this is where it gets crazy. Nigga, they end up finding out what bomb is this? Like we don't understand. Nigga, it's one of Batman's prototypes. So he pushed the shit, and it has like it's a bomb, like picture hockey puck, a metal hockey puck, but silver, and then it has the like metal, not tubes, but like I guess the
wiring basically.
The wiring, but thin metal barring around the circle, right? That's coming out of it, and those are the ones that's embedded inside the bone and everything.
It's all the way
so
connected
it's all the way
to his heart.
connected deep, and it's stuck. And that's what it's over. And those things have sensor pressures and all of this.
So they can't take it out.
So they can't even move these shits. Really, they can't take it out of nothing. And man, so they like, yo, the reason they found out it was back then, like, yo, see if you can find any
Oh no, wait, you forget
you can deactivate
it's connected to his heartbeat too.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the way. It's no timer on it. The timer is just heartbeat.
Once he reaches a certain amount of beats, it's gonna explode.
Yes.
So they have to like keep him calm.
So
to
they have to
slow
do the
down his
calculation
heartbeat.
of how much his heart is beating at, and it times that at this rate to what the number is. Oh, you got up to here.
If we keep you calm, but if you
we
get
keep
excited
calm, you got like 4
your
hours.
shit is
They only
gonna
had like
accelerate.
4 hours to really save this nigga. Like, and
So they have Superboy like basically building like a device that supposed to deactivate the bomb,
Yes.
while Robin is out looking for Jason. But Jason contacts Dove and tells her, like, yo, if you want to save Hawk, blah, 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 meet me here, such and such. When she meets him there,
it's another setup.
my son throws her a gun, like, yo, here, you want to save him? All you got to do is shoot me. I got the dead trigger right here. If
This
I let
is the
go.
this is the
The dead trigger.
Detonator.
If I let this go, he's good. The bomb would deactivate. All you gotta do is shoot me. At the same time, Nightwing shows up, and Nightwing's telling her like, "Yo, don't shoot him. Like we got."
Rip, they start fighting.
Yeah.
He knocked both the batarangs, the fucking the
gun on her head,
They
and
start
she
fighting.
like, "Nah, I'm gonna save him." My son's like, "We got Superboy
So
working
she
on it. We
fakes,
good."
gets the upper advantage and gets the gun again.
Yeah.
So it's not he don't got no batarangs no more. So there's nothing he can do. He's just like has to talk her down, and she's not trying to hear that shit.
So when she points the gun at him, she goes. When she gets it back or whatever, she pulls the trigger, and when she pulls the trigger, nothing happens. My son Jason like, "Oh,
I forgot.
I thought I told you I gave you the I thought I told you I had the detonator. I forgot. That's the detonator." So when she pulled the trigger,
she blew up the bomb.
she blew up the bomb. And at the same time, the scene cuts to
Superboy.
Superboy. He just finishes the shit.
And he runs
And
at
Beast
flash
Boy's like, "Go
speed.
save him."
He runs at almost flash speed, basically. Shit's slowing down, and he gets like a couple feet, like here to the camera. He gets like 5 to 6 feet from saving him, and that's when everything blows up.
And like you
but
see, him
he would have
get
saved
engulfed
him
in flames, like
because they had like 3-4 seconds left on the timer.
Yeah.
So he would have saved him if it wasn't for
If
her
she
pressing
didn't
the
pull the
trigger.
trigger.
So Dove basically killed Hawk. And
That's
off.
cool.
Yeah, and then she's like, "What happened?"
That
and
was
then
some
this nigga
Joker
leaves.
shit.
He
That was
turns
some-
around. This nigga's gone, Jason, and then she's like, she don't know what happened, but she kind of got an idea, and then she asks this Nightwing is just hunting him there. She's like, "What happened?" And Nightwing just hugs her, and she just breaks down because she knew she just killed him, but it was too much to take in. That's how this episode ends, and it's crazy because for me, I deadass didn't like Hawk. Every time I seen him, before I even was even a consistent watcher,
I didn't like him either.
it wasn't until this season when I started liking him, and then
Nah, I didn't even like him in this season, but his death still hit because for me it hit because I literally like, let's get this out the way. I didn't think they were gonna kill him off. I thought they was gonna save him. You feel me? Like they was going way too hard for them not to.
no,
save
me
him.
too. I said, yo, bro, I want them to save him, but if they're gonna take a page out of the MCU and make this any good, they gotta kill him right now on this episode. They can't
And-
drag it out. They
and
gotta, because you want him to
Oh my
live.
God,
You already
and the
you already
way it
invested.
happened, the way it happened, first of all, it was so poetic. She killed him. His bitch basically killed him. Like that's some Joker shit. And then on top of that,
As the episode's going on, you start to get episode going on, you start to get the idea that damn, he might really die this episode. So you don't want him to die more. You start to see it like he might really go. And then
and then like I said, and then the whole actual death scene with Superboy's point of view and slow, fucking phenomenal.
yo, it looked like a movie. It don't look like a TV
It
show.
was
That's why I said they
phenomenal.
really did their thing with this new season. Like out of all the new shows, like I've been seeing out, like alright, we all know MCU spent the real bag. They spend movie budget on their shows, so
But these-
that don't count. I'm not
Nah.
talking about their shows.
DC got it on the shows, if you ask me.
They've been doing it longer, but honestly speaking,
Shows and-
I'm not gonna say that because I'm gonna dispute you right now. Like Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, they got it because yes, I mean, y'all have it because
I ain't
y'all
gonna
have
lie.
the longer run and shit. But
Whatever
all dudes,
Marvel show you name, I'm pretty sure I could name a DC show that's better.
word, nah, they don't got nothing better than Loki.
What?
What?
They don't got nothing better than Loki.
Smallville.
Alright, stop.
I wasn't even gonna
That
go
you
there.
can't even. I ain't gonna lie.
Smallville's
Trust me, the
way
comments.
better.
I know y'all gonna get in the comments for that
Smallville's
one.
way better.
Nothing close to it.
Are you serious though?
But
Loki?
I'm willing to hear you out. Like I'm willing to hear you out. I'm not saying if you say one that I probably forgot about. I could be like, all right, I can see where you say that.
First of all,
but if
because-
it's not, I'm not gonna say it's my truth.
I don't even want to go down the obvious road. Like I could say Titans, because that's gonna smoke Loki by a long shot. Like let's be real, Titans is gonna smoke Loki by a long shot. Am I
Only
wrong?
one reason. It just has more episodes. But honestly speaking, if you stop at 6 and 6, the way
I don't even think Loki was the best out the 3 Disney
it
originals.
is, it
Was
definitely is.
nah.
And I know what you think is the best, and that's not the best.
What? Which one you think
I know you know is you keep. I think you're gonna say Falcon Winter Soldier is the best one. It's not the best
Absolutely.
one. WandaVision is the best one, but I ain't gonna lie.
Nah.
Loki just took it just because you know what it is.
Mine's
You
is
know, a lot of
Winter
people say.
Soldier.
I heard a lot of people say, yeah, but WandaVision started with black and white, and a lot of people didn't like that.
Nah, that was
only
fine.
the people that understand.
It
liked
made the words connect.
Yes.
That was good.
But most people, for the most part, didn't like that. Loki don't have none of that. Loki just straight every episode is mind blowing, and they introduced us the multiverse, Kang's iteration variant, which is Immortus. They named him He Who Remains, Sylvie, all
See,
these other shit. He says,
Yeah, but I don't know. That's hard
But
because
I feel like that's the cheat code now. Like I
no,
feel
but
like,
because-
if it had just as many episodes, I think if you're just talking about like
Yeah,
going
but-
like on an episodes basis, like it's
yeah,
better
but
than it.
is
I
it?
feel like your logic is, bro, the fact that it integrates
Yeah,
with
it
the movies
integrates
so well
with the movies.
is why you like
so
it
so is
much.
it really?
And that's
But
not
no,
fair. Like this,
it's-
that's like riding the skirts of the movies, if you ask me.
No, it's shot in the same production as the. To me, that's a big deal, bro. It's shot in the same production as the movies, bro. It don't feel like a show when I'm watching it. That's why I get mad at every end of the episode. You know why?
You feel
It's
like
not
you're
enough.
watching a movie, yeah.
I want it. It stops at 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
I mean, I
and
can
I get
understand it in
mad.
that
I be like,
sense.
damn, bro. I need to one day not watch one of these shows that come out and binge watch that shit. And
So,
feel like it's two
I would say
movies in one.
Marvel's
So-
best show is probably Daredevil. And I'm not even saying that because I'm a huge Daredevil fan.
I heard people say Daredevil was one of the best Netflix.
So
shows.
correct me
Yeah.
if I'm wrong, and I'm not trying to come at you, but
No, peace. Get peace.
I feel like with you, production is like a huge.
Yeah,
like,
I mentioned that in one of our episodes. We had a big dispute in one of our
It's
last
a huge
week's, right?
factor for
Prob
you,
tried
ain't
to
it?
tell me that the production on the Flash, CGI wise, visual effects wise, was really better than one the MCU shows. That was one. Two, he tried to say it was, and then he got frustrated and said it was better than the whole Batman v Superman.
No, I don't.
Visually, though.
I don't agree with that.
And period.
I don't.
And I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I know you don't like Batman v Superman, but it's like a lot of fans like. And fuck if you don't like it.
The production was great.
Anytime you've seen the Kryptonite, it looks crazy, and anytime you've seen Doomsday, oh my god, right? Once he comes on cam, he looks one of the best CGI things I've seen so far. So I don't know. That's just my opinion.
See, that's why I feel like we
But
disagree
yes,
a lot on the
but
surface.
yes, production is a big deal to me. So I'm not saying it has everything to do with it to me.
With me, I feel
You
like
have
as
to,
long
now
as
that's
it's
like
decent
more of the
production,
coin than not.
then
You
I
have to
feel like
deliver
I'm
now the
good.
story, of course. But as long as if your production is right at the par, shit, you got my attention.
But this is again, and I'm not trying to like you feel me. But my thing is, with like I don't understand it with you. Like this is coming from the same person that he puts me on to most of the like fire low budget movies
No.
I've ever seen.
Nah, that's true though. But and you open my eyes to it. It is true. I do in the movie sense, but you got to think about it here. My movie game and my show game totally different.
I feel that because you are more invested into
I'm
the show.
No.
Like you feel me? Like it's more of your time. Like you
mean me or a person?
anybody. Period.
All right,
Like,
then a
anything-
person. Yes, me personally though, it's the opposite. I'm so much of a movie person that you start to learn how to. Like anything else, if you watch anime, you're gonna watch the cliche ones at first, right? But then you start to really know what's the good ones, right? Like
No, but when I
and that's
say,
how I feel with movies. Like
no, but when I say more invested, I mean in the sense as I would give a movie because I'm like this personally. I would give a movie a chance faster than I would give a show. Like I'm not watching a show. Honestly, me personally, like somebody would have to recommend it or it would have to be something I'm a fan of for me to like watch a show. Like you feel
exactly,
me?
that's how I'm on.
But with movies, I'm more like fuck it. This looks good. I'll just throw it on. Like you feel me? Like I don't have to like be invested into it because at the end of the day, this is gonna be like what an hour and a half, 2 hours of my life the most. With a show, I'm more skeptical because I don't even want to bother trying to get into something that's gonna drag or is not my lane or.
Exactly, and then you're saying like that's my piece. I feel like, and mind you, my whole truth is I'm a relatively new show watcher. It's only been a couple years I've been watching shows, and it's not like I'm watching them every day or.
Nah, I've been at it.
And
for a
throughout the
while.
years, I've been getting more into shows. So now it's my most year I ever been watching shows. Like before, I would not watch a show at all.
No, I
before.
feel you because I was like that
Like
about
at all.
I would say about
So I
3-4 years
overlooked a
ago,
lot
I
of.
wasn't really have besides
I
animes.
overlooked a lot of shows.
I've seen a lot of shows.
You know,
but,
so
I just feel like Loki and all those other. I feel like their main selling point is that it's connected to the
Integration.
of course though, but that is.
Yeah,
but there's nothing wrong
at
with
the same
that.
part,
I feel like
Can't-
that's.
you
I feel
shouldn't
like that's
take away
Mar-
from it.
I feel like that's
Doesn't
Marvel's
make it-
cheat code right now, and I feel like that's like spoiling a lot of shit. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the integration. I love how heroes are
Yeah, but
getting
when
mashed
they
up and shit
when
like
they
that.
didn't do that, what happened?
But no, that's my thing
People
though. I
blame
feel like
them
they're
for not doing it.
that's how I feel like in the sense they're spoiling it for a lot of things. Like honestly, do you really think at this point, like if another Marvel movie comes out, like a random character, like for say, like
It it can't come out and not be part of the MCU unless it's Sony.
no, not even it's not part of the MCU. Like let's say it fits in, it integrates into the storyline perfectly, but there's no other like cameos or other heroes popping up. That's gonna discourage a lot of the viewers.
I
Like,
don't know.
No, you can't say that because that happened every time.
but what's the last movie that didn't have another superhero in it, or like somebody that didn't belong there? They just threw in for the hell of it. What's the
I
last?
thought
movie?
you meant somebody that was supposed to be there but wasn't there.
No,
That's
I
what
meant
I'm
no, I meant like they're ruining as far as standalone movies. Like they don't make that. I feel like
But they make their standalone movies though.
Yeah,
and
but
don't
even
add
if-
everybody in it.
not everybody, but there's always somebody. Like in Spider-Man,
No.
they threw Iron
No,
Man
but
in
that's
there
a new
real
thing,
quick.
and
Like
there's only probably like 5 of those movies, bro. Which solo movies do that? Ragnarok, Spider-Man's.
Ragnarok had Hulk.
That's what I said. Ragnarok, the Spider-Man's.
Spider-Man had Tony Stark.
That's it, bro. Honestly speaking.
Did Doctor
We're
Strange
not gonna
have
count
anybody else in it?
No.
It didn't, right?
I'm saying,
I'm
it's only those two. It's only that's something new they're starting to do because why? They've been doing so many crossovers, so now they know people are fiending for. We don't want one character in the movie. We want at least 2.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. I feel like it's ruining it. Like why?
It could be,
I'm good. Like I don't have to
but
see like.
but nigga, look at Shang-Chi.
Yeah, like all dudes.
No, we don't.
You think
Abomination,
you think like that?
Abomination,
It wouldn't
and
have
the-
made a difference. Like
Abomination is in it, and the dude from Doctor Strange. the
yeah,
Asian nigga.
but my thing is,
Wait, hold on. But we don't know how much they're in it. Yeah.
No,
they
but
might just
it
be
don't
that
matter,
one scene.
the
One
fact
scene.
my
That's
thing
my
is
thing.
cool that is there in there. But
Why
I
wouldn't
didn't
you?
have
That's
to
world
see them in
building.
there. I
Wouldn't
wouldn't
you
have
want-
to
It's
see
not
them in
about
there.
world
It's
building.
world building, bro.
We already
If
know.
you got a tournament and y'all gonna show us 16 characters in this tournament, Shang-Chi is one of them, so 15 new other characters. I gotta at least know 2 of these niggas. Why? Because he's existing. This is taking place in a universe that's 25 movies in.
Yeah, but oh, bro, you could world. All right, look at for example the latest
Like I
Suicide
said,
Squad movie.
it's not like-
That's just integrated into the whole storyline, right?
Yeah.
They didn't show nobody from the other movies. It was just new.
All right,
heroes.
and who knows if that hurted it or not? We don't know
It
that.
didn't hurt it,
It
at
was
all.
one. It was.
But what I'm trying to say is you don't
one
know-
of, if not their best movie.
You
ever.
don't know if. All right, for example, then, because of what I'm trying to say. See how they put Superman at the end of Shazam? Imagine if they would have showed Henry Cavill's face, though. It would have been more impactful, bro.
Yeah.
Why? Because he has personal fans.
But
So if you're watching
I'm
this,
not arguing that it's not impactful. I feel like.
So why
that's-
not like it,
I feel
though?
like not that I don't like it because I don't want to say I don't like it. I feel like
Listen.
it's just I feel like it's making people more dependent on it. Like you. Like,
no,
it, like,
yeah, but it's that's fuck it. Then you know what it is? They should have never given us Avengers 1 then, because that's what started it all, bro. Once they gave us Avengers 1, we realized, whoa, y'all can make it work. Multiple characters. Then why are y'all giving us single characters, bro? And making us wait 2 years for that next character when y'all can put both these niggas in the same
I
movie.
think the Blade
at
movie
least.
would just have-
I think that's why I like it.
I know again because I feel like I'm going too hard against it. It's making it seem like I don't like it because I do like it. I love it. But all I'm trying to say is there's characters honestly that I can go see a movie and there doesn't have to be anybody from. It could be strictly their turf. Like let's say I go see a Batman movie. I don't mind seeing just Batman. Feel me? No Superman, no Flash, none of that.
No, of course.
Just Batman with his villains.
But what I
I
think
feel like that'd be fine.
But bro,
and
what
I
I'm
feel
trying
like
to
a
tell
lot of
you-
the viewers won't be that into that because they're so used to.
Look, we got
other
examples
heroes
of it,
popping
right?
up.
But what I think you're overlooking, it might seem more saturated than it is to you, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's only the Spider-Man movies they did that, the first 2 movies, and not even the second one don't even have nobody else in it. Sorry, the first movie only has Iron Man in it. The third one now is gonna, but that didn't come out yet, so we can talk about that one, right?
No, we not.
They only did it to Spider-Man 1 and Ragnarok, bro. If you really think about it.
Yeah, you're right. Because the second one only has Shield in it.
And the first movies don't count because they introduced these characters in those movies, right? Like when I say the first movies, I mean like when they introduced Hawkeye in the Thor movie.
Yeah,
that was minor. That wasn't
counts.
even.
That counts.
But was that oversaturated for you? No,
Not
because
that
you didn't
it-
need a Hawkeye movie.
I didn't.
Exactly. So let's put him in these movies. We don't need an Abomination movie. We don't need another movie with Hawk and Abomination fighting each other. We already got that. So we don't need Wong. But you know it's funny. Wow, we only show Wong in Doctor Strange. Yes, that's where he come from. But since this is on a mass 25 platform movie universe, we gotta start showing these other characters. Shuri, I'm pretty sure they got plans to show Shuri in a different movie besides Wakanda. You know what I'm trying to say? I would have said Black Panther, but no, because she's a side character.
No, I agree with you.
So I think sometimes it's not as many as you think. That's what I think it is. It's not even that I'm trying to defend them. No, I don't even think it's as many. It's only like 2-3 movies, bro. Honestly, speak out of the 24 movies.
No, but again, it's not so much. Not that I say they overdoing. I feel like they going down a slippery slope. Like y'all gonna. It's gonna end up like that. Like where there's gonna be no more like standalone movies. Like everything's gonna be a crossover.
But then you know what happens when that happens, right? The return of solo movies, and it hits hard. Everything's a.
Yeah, I guess
then you
it's a
get to
cycle.
appreciate
It's always a
those.
cycle.
Yeah, that's why now niggas got to appreciate the Joker movie, because it was a standalone movie, and they're like, yo, this is good, bro. This is, we know for sure they saying this is not connecting with nothing, as far as the beginning when they first initially released it.
That was surprisingly great, and I liked it.
You liked it?
I was super skeptical when I first like the whole
I liked it.
with the leaking of the like his costume and
he
shit
was
like
walking
that.
and shit.
I thought that shit was gonna be garbage. And
No, I knew it was gonna be good.
and it was good in a surprising way. That's what made it like I don't think it was like obviously good. Like I feel like a lot of people wouldn't agree with us how good it is because a lot of shit like flew over their head or they didn't appreciate the performance. And I'm not trying to sound like one of those lottie-dottie
I got
dudes
to
who-
answer that part though of why I think people would have.
But you feel me? Like it, and on top of that, like what really surprised me is it's rare the time where I like spin-offs or like variations of a character. It wasn't too far off as the Joker. Like it wasn't like a super spin-off, but it wasn't the Joker we was used to either.
It was a soft base of the Killing Joke. Right?
Yeah, it made it super realistic.
He was the comedic.
Yeah, the comedian.
It made it like super realistic. Like you feel me? Like I can see that happening. You feel me? Like I can see like it was good. It was good. Like and Joaquin Phoenix like
It's funny because he's my brother was telling me how he's only does one movie. He don't do sequels. That's his thing. And then he didn't want to do a sequel for this, but since it did so successful, they begged him basically and threw him the bag for come back for 2 and 3. So they're doing 2 and 3 Joker.
I mean, I'm glad.
That's dumb.
Why?
It's dumb because you don't really need.
Nah,
I already know what happens next.
We don't need 2 and 3 of Joker. You know what now?
We don't need.
If y'all want to do more of Joker's world building,
Yeah,
So did we
give us a Mr. Freeze movie.
you know what I want them to do?
Did we need
No,
another
no.
Venom?
Wait, hold on. Say that again. Hold on. Sorry.
Give us a Mr. Freeze movie.
I was thinking this the other day. I was like, yo, no, like, I got HBO Plus. I mean, Max, like everyone else. So I'll be like, let me see what I'm gonna watch so I can see, homework. And I threw on the fucking Batman and Robin movie. And I'm like, damn, Mr. Freeze was so good. And remember, I mentioned him in my top villains, right? He was part of my top villains, right? And I really think, like you just said, that's why if they do a Mr. Freeze movie, bro, alone the way they did
I read
his story's deeper. First of all, he got his wife and everything.
We had a Mr. Freeze movie.
I read a Black Label.
Arnold.
No, I'm talking about a solo
Batman and
like
Robin.
Joker type.
Yeah.
But I read a Black Label comic about like a more expanded version of Mr. Freeze's backstory, and he was like a kid in the 1940s, and
that's even going even more deep.
You see, and then the Germans killed his family, and capped him.
That nigga got like
If I had to see,
an extremist. See, that reminds me. I was about to say it giving me Magneto vibes, bro. He got a dark upbringing and all. He got a good story, bro.
You know who I would give a standalone movie? Which Batman villain I would give a standalone movie to? Because Mr. Freeze was a good one and all that.
Mr. Freeze was fantastic.
I think Clayface.
Yo, bro, they bashed me on the first week that we talked about that, bro. We telling our all top villains. I said Clayface.
Clayface was
his own movie,
bro. When I named,
he was an actor. He has.
I didn't say that. Look, I didn't say. We wasn't talking about who I give a movie to or whatever. We were talking about who's your top villains, right? And my favorite villains. We were just on your favorite villains, and I ended up naming him at my end. And when I said him, they went Cash and Proud went crazy. Like I jumped out the window. I'm like, bro, y'all don't understand.
He's cool.
Dope. He's a shapeshifter, but not like Mystique or Scroll. This nigga's Clay. Imagine the CGI version of Clayface,
I
bro.
think Clayface is teamed up with Batman now. in the comic.
Oh, there he ended up being
Yeah, I
good.
think
And he
so.
turns his hand to an anchor and all stuff like that. Like he's really dope, bro. And I don't even know his back
he's-
story like that, but I would
He's
love to know.
good.
Like,
He's good, but
Well, I'm pretty sure there's
Standalone
different
movie.
variations.
no, not standing. No. I'm not. I definitely wouldn't approve the standalone.
No.
If I ran a company, like if a WB
I
was
think
me,
so.
I wouldn't give him a standalone, but I would give him the new Batman.
His little
like the second this guy's movie.
His little two-parter episode, his little two-parter block for the Batman animated series
I
was
would-
pretty good.
it was pretty good. But they
I
had
will
a
make
lot of
him.
heaters.
I will make him the villain of the sequel to the Robert Pattinson movie.
Yes.
He would
I think
be,
that's
he
probably,
would be the main
what they're
villain.
gonna
He
do.
would be a great noir villain.
Yo,
Like,
bro, imagine that, bro. Like
I'm
Batman
pretty sure
versus
they're
some
gonna
type
do
of clay. Picture this nigga stuck, like, cause he got him in the inside of his own body, and he's like, I don't know. They could do so many stuff with Clayface, man. It's just dope.
Nah, I'm pretty sure they got that on lock.
Alright, let me
you can morph into Batman and it'll be like a Batman versus Batman scene.
Yeah.
It's about that time. Assemble and talk. No cap. It's a civil war. You thinking you worthy. You feeling like door. Smash that like button like Hulk, yeah.